In this video, I will show you step by step how to create an animation in Photoshop. So this is a simple Photoshop project. We got a background, it is colored. The first step is to go to Window and select the timeline. In the timeline, we have two options: create video timeline, or if you click here, you can create frame animation. But the video timeline is more easy and efficient way of creating animation. So just click on it and we create our first layer. To set the frame rates, click on here and then click on set timeline frame rate. You have a drop down to select any presets that are available, or you can type your own. So I'm gonna make a very simple animation, so I just have 1 frame per second. Bear in mind that the higher the frames per second, the more smooth your animation would be. But at the same time, you would have to draw a lot more to create the same duration. So you can play around with it for your own exercise. But for this example, I've just used 1 frame per second. So click on OK. And you can see it has become very small. To make it easier to see, you have a bar here. You need to select it to zoom in into the timeline. And then we can just drag the timeline. And you can see the duration now is 10. The next thing we need to do is to go to layer, video layers, new blank video layer. That will put another layer on top of our original layer. And the next thing you need to do is to make sure you're enabled timeline shortcut keys so that we can jump from one frame to the other frame using keyboard. So now we are at frame 1, we can make our first drawing. So I've drawn number 1 on frame 1. Using right arrow, I went to the second frame and I can draw the second number, third, fourth. So now if I click on play, it will run the animation of a countdown all the way from 1 to 10. And you can see the video layer is added in here in the layers. Another important thing to mention is that you can enable onion skin by going to onion skin settings. This will give us settings to be able to see what was there in the previous frame. Here now we can see 1 frame before and 1 frame after. You can change the numbers as you please. Click OK. We can see number 8 and we can see number 6, and we are on number 7. We can create our traditional layers in this panel. So click in here and that would add a layer in here. At the same time, it would add a layer in here. You can drag it to bring it to frame 1. And now if I select this one, I can draw a bar. Let's change its color to red. Let's drag it so that it would be just 1 frame. So now if I click on a new layer, the new layer would be created on top. But if I drag and put in here, it will create automatically a video group. And now if I add more, it would be added into this group. So now I can make this also 1 frame, move forward. And if I now click on new layer, I can keep adding new. But you can see it comes quite long and I have to keep shortening it so that it would just occupy 1 frame. There is a trick so that you would not need to do this manually. And the trick is go to the window and select actions. In here, we can record an action. To do that, all you need to do is click on create new action. You can name it anything you want. You can specify shortcut keys so that when you press them, let's say for example F2, it would automatically carry on that shortcut. And you can give it any color to make it easier to identify. Then click on record. Now I start to record whatever now we do on Photoshop, it will be part of that action. So if I click on new layer and then drag and make it 1 frame and then click on stop, we have recorded that action. If I go next frame, so this is my list of actions. So if I select action 1, which was what we have created, and press play, it automatically carry on the same thing. Or you can press F2 to do the same thing as a shortcut key. Another way is to create a new layer. Use your right arrow and then use cut to cut that to the number of frames that you desire. So on the first frame we got the rectangle. So then I select the next frame, then I go to the brush. My brush is square charcoal, it's 50 pixels. I change the color to red. I have to select the second layer which it shows in here, and now I can draw a little bit. Next one, select the next frame, draw again. First, let's turn off the onion skin. Go here and click this to disable onion skin. Let's bring this back to the beginning, and now if I play, you can see a simple animation countdown while this object also moves. To create a video file, all you need to do is to go to File and then go to Export and then click on Render Video. I hope this video was useful. If it was, please don't forget to watch my other videos on my left and to subscribe to support my channel. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.